Hey guys, Dr. Duff here from TCB Chiropractic here in Boulder, Colorado. How many of us have ever heard the phrase, as the twig is bent, so grows the tree? I love this phrase because I think it paints a really good illustration of how children develop as they progress in age. Now, here at TCB Chiropractic, we love to check kids and we love to adjust babies all the way through teenage years. And that can be confusing for some of our newer patients. Like, why would a child need to go see a chiropractor? Well, what I find, honestly, is that it's better to check the kids and keep a written record of what's happening in their bodies as they progress in age so that we can make sure that they are growing up and developing optimally. Rather than what we've taught is kind of waiting for a crisis before we go to a doctor to get it fixed. Now, if we can keep a written record of our kids, we can start them off early. We know that kids are gonna heal faster. They don't have as much fibrosis. They aren't as stuck in their belief systems. They don't have as many limitations to healing as we do when we develop through the ages. So starting them off early and getting them checked as soon as possible will help ensure that they are gonna heal faster and develop optimally. Also, it's really important to record health progress. I don't know how many times I've had a patient come in here and be like, oh man, I really wish I had this 5 years ago before all these issues came up so I could see where my body was at that point. If we can regularly check that progress from when they start to develop all the way through their childhood, it's so amazing to see how these things start to progress. And as they're getting adjusted and changing their posture and changing their function of their body, it's really cool to see them grow. And that's a huge important factor for when issues do come up, then we can start to isolate what the real causes of that are. Also, setting them up for success. Kids that get adjusted, they do better in life. They adapt to the stresses more easily. They grow up more evenly. They have stronger posture. They do better in school. They cope better with stresses. Set them up for success right from the get-go. And don't be like how you and I were taught, where we wait for a crisis before we see a doctor, okay? Get them checked early so that we can avoid those crises altogether, okay? Because that's when things can get to a point where there's no return, all right? So if we start them off developing optimally, getting adjusted regularly, then those issues are so much less likely to occur through the ages. I hope this helps. If you have any other questions on pediatric or teenage chiropractic, then please navigate through the website, check out some of the other videos, and feel free to reach out to us with any questions.